Love it or hate it, social media applications are here to stay, and they just keep getting the coolest features. We've seen some really bad data breaches over the last couple of years, and in a way, thanks to social media, we now know about them. Having the knowledge has enabled users to rethink their privacy and concerns about how much access these sites have. However, some people have no idea what we're talking about. So here are some contestants giving a quick overview of the things that worry them. Big Sister Crib Confessionals, proudly brought to you by Welcome to the Big Sister Crib Confessionals. We started off by asking Posh Poppy about her thoughts on publicly available information while in the crib. Let's see what she had to say.
Well, every single social network lets you post your information that is completely publicly accessible. They actually encourage it. Look at where we are, my username, videos, images, everything I've written online. My entire social media account is available for anyone to see. As I'm sitting here, anything I do and say can be seen by anyone because I'm basically publishing it as public. Other than actually posting it yourself, there are other ways that your information may be treated as public without your knowledge.
Oh yes, I know all about that. Social media has that pesky default option where all your posts automatically go out to public. I learned the hard way to make sure that all of my settings are set to either private or friends only. That way I know that only my people can see what I've been up to.
Don't get me started on those T's and C's. They're always changing it and not letting people know. It's okay, I always read them and then I share it with my Cyber Angels homies. These sites, they change their policies at any given time without your permission because they're allowed to. You hit the I accept button when you signed up to the site. So what you post today could be private, but tomorrow not so private because T's and C's have been altered.
Don't you guys hate it when your friend copies your stuff and never gives you credit for what you've done? Hashtag plagiarism or hashtag bad friend. That's the other way that someone bypasses those privacy settings. No social media will guarantee the security of the information that's been uploaded to your profile, even if you've got it set to private. I mean, we have money to make, and while we know that you want us to look after you, you should be the one looking after yourself first.
Have I told you about this time? I had a conversation with my bestie while we were having this fabulous picnic, and we were talking about a gin party we were planning. Well, the next week I was bombarded on Insta and Facebook with ads about all of these wonderful gins and tonics and everything else that I could buy. Have you noticed it? Have you? Because if you haven't, you will now.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Social media does this amazing thing where they tailor-make ads to suit an individual's interests. Because you don't pay for the network itself. They gotta make money somehow, and they do that through advertising, like behavioral advertising, and marketers just love this option because they know that you are more likely to buy something if you've Googled it or tweeted about it or liked someone's post on Instagram about it. It's like being in this house where everyone is watching everything that you're doing, and I gotta tell you, it's starting to feel a little bit creepy. And don't even get me started on third-party apps.
Okay. So those programs that interact with us social networking sites without actually being a part of that specific network. Before you go hating on these apps that you granted permission to for beautiful filters or those nosy quizzes, it's not our fault that you don't realize the extent to which you're actually granting permissions. You need to remember that as social medias will not take responsibility for third-party apps that interact with our sites. Those apps are not always secure. They gain way more access than they need to perform their functions. They could contain malware that attack your device. They could even be like your crib mates and report all your sneaky actions back to us.
And what about law enforcement? The Popo and other law enforcement agencies will always monitor social media accounts, and if there is anything that is suspicious or if there is an investigation, please assist the law enforcement with anything that you can, even if you don't have to.
Yo bro, I remember when I did drunken cake stands at the office party. It was sick. So funny. My boss didn't think it was so funny though. Apparently they've got social media guidelines to fall back on when we post inappropriate content online. And then my next boss dug up those photos when he was trying to decide whether or not to hire me. Low blow, bro. Low blow.
Well, we have these laws to protect the company, and there are laws to protect the employee. You guys need to be sure to stay in the safe zone and remember to always think before you post. That concludes today's episode of the Big Sister Crib Confessionals. For more information on how to stay safe and how to keep your business and family safe online, please follow the Cyber Angels on any of our social media platforms. Until next time.